Hey everybody, day number 7 today. First week will be in the books after this. For today, we've got a 30-minute full flexibility workout. It is all stretching. I do recommend some equipment for today. A yoga strap or towel will help, as well as some yoga blocks. Both pieces of equipment can make stretches both easier or harder. They're great tools to have. So let's have those ready today. We're gonna do a quick 6-minute warm up, 8 movements, 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. We're starting with cat and cow to get the spine warmed up. Once we're done our warm up, we're gonna move right into our stretches. So let's go ahead, cat and cow. Here we go. Round the back, exhale, arch the back, inhale. Move right into some lateral cat and cow. So let's start by looking over the shoulder and bending the spine sideways, and then coming back to center and doing the same thing the other way. Just getting a little spine warm up. So we're gonna be holding our stretches for 60 full seconds today. Nice long holds. Keep the intensity of the stretches to about a 6 out of 10. So uncomfortable, but not so uncomfortable that you have to move around and fidget. Try to keep your breathing as calm as you can. So in through the nose, sighing to help release tension. All right, we're gonna go into a kneeling T-spine. So sit the hips down onto the floor. Hands are gonna be on the head, elbows on the floor, and we're just gonna rotate one elbow up at a time, working on rotating the spine. So here we go, reaching up and open, and then alternate sides. As our stretches go on today, try to increase the intensity from beginning to end. We're trying to be active in our stretches, not passive. So we want to keep some effort. Should be challenging, but without fidgeting. Okay, come have a seat on the bum. We're gonna get hip openers. So we got hips open to 90, knees bent to 90. Use the hands to prop yourself up straight. Keep the chest facing forward, and we'll swivel side to side. Let's begin. Okay, so let's take both legs out to the left-hand side to form our 90-90 position, and turn the body to face over top of the left thigh. We're gonna reach long and forward and find a glute stretch. Once you've got that glute stretch, let's walk the torso side to side and find some areas that feel tight for you. Nice and gentle through the stretching. Feel the glute stretch intensify, and find the areas that you find most restricted and get after it. Okay, so from here, let's walk the hands all the way to the left and drop the elbow on the floor. So you should form a straight line between the thigh and the torso. And from here, we're gonna open up, reach back and stretch the chest, and then take the arm under the body to stretch the lower back. I'm just gonna go back and forth. Open up through the chest and stretch the back. And let's take the legs all the way to the other side for 90-90 on the other side. We're going to go into that glute stretch. So long and forward, feel the stretch through the glutes begin, and then we're going to sweep side to side. So let's go ahead and sweep the legs side to side. Feel the stretch in the glutes. Stay low. And let's walk the hands all the way out to the right hand side. Elbow goes on the floor, so we have a straight line between the thigh and the torso. We're going to reach the arm up and open to stretch the chest, and then bring the arm underneath to stretch the lower back. Okay, so let's get ready for our full stretch. We're going to start with a curled Seiza. So have your blocks ready. We're just sitting with the toes tucked, all 5 toes tucked, and sit your entire body weight down onto your heels. If you have troubles in this position and you find it's too intense, you can use your blocks to take some tension off, like so, or sit the entire body weight down for the full stretch. Might be starting to get uncomfortable at this point. Feeling the bottoms of the feet stretching and the toes. It's nice to open up the feet before stretching the legs so that the calves aren't the thing that limit you. 10 more seconds. Okay, so we're going to begin with a pigeon stretch. So let's come to a push-up position, and we're going to bring the left shin to be across the hands. So try to have the shin parallel to the short edge of the mat. If you need to, you can sit down on a block. Try to keep the front leg parallel to the short edge, and once we're here, we're going to fold forward. You can hold your foot in position so that it doesn't slide back. If you find your foot sliding back and your knee closing, just use another block under your bum, as many as you need, so that it doesn't slide. Remember to breathe through the nose. Keep the stretch uncomfortable, but not so much that you have to fidget. You should be able to remain relatively still, except for when you're increasing the stretch as it starts to get easy. You're going to find your body settle into it as long as you take it easy to start and don't force it from the get-go. Feel this in the glute. And let's go ahead to the other side. So return to the push-up position. Right shin's going to come across the hands. Keep the shin parallel to the short edge of the mat. You can slide your left knee back. Again, if you need to, you can take blocks and put it under your bum for support. Once you're in position, fold the body forward. Okay, we're gonna move into a lizard stretch on the left side. So to get into this one, come to a push-up position and bring your left hand beside your left foot beside your left hand and drop the back knee. From here, we're gonna try and bring the elbows down to the floor. If you have troubles getting the elbows to the floor, you can use blocks to reduce the range of motion. Feel this in the left side groin and hip. And we're going to switch to the other side. So bring the right foot up by the right hand. And we're going to sink the elbows down toward the floor if you can't reach. You've got your block. Keep that intensity about a 6 out of 10. So not so strenuous that you have to hold your breath or fidget, but it should be uncomfortable. And then as you feel the muscle loosen up, just go ahead and increase the intensity a little bit by going further into the stretch. Okay, we're gonna move into a hurdler stretch. So have a seat on the bum. You're gonna take the right foot onto the inside of the left thigh. So if you can't sit up straight, you can grab your towel or strap and wrap it around the foot. We're doing a hamstring stretch. So we're actively gonna press the leg down into the floor and keep the back nice and straight and long. And you can use the towel or strap as leverage. So we want to keep that leg nice and straight, the back straight. So don't think about bringing the head down to the thigh. Think about bringing your chin forward towards your toe. And once you're able to, and you can reach the foot for leverage, we can do that. Remember to bring this to an uncomfortable 6 out of 10. And increase the intensity as you feel the tension wear off. Go ahead and switch sides. So right leg straight. We have the left foot against the right thigh. Active with that quad. Make sure you're pressing down the whole time. And again, if you can't reach the foot yet, use your strap for leverage. Otherwise, let's get into it. Bringing the chin toward the shin. Make sure you're not bent with the knee. Actively press this thigh nice and tight so that we can increase both the strength and flexibility. Should be very uncomfortable, but holdable. When you do flexibility right, you might feel sore in the muscles, very similar to how you would get sore from a strength or resistance training workout. because we are trying to actively lengthen the muscle the whole time. So press that knee, kick the heel forward, really feel the back of the leg stretching. Okay, let's move into a butterfly stretch. So bring the bottoms of the feet together and bring the heels as close to your bum as you can. Now if this stretch, if you can't sit upright and you're rounded, you can make this one easier by taking a block and having a seat on that so that you can get some leverage. So let's go ahead, keep the bottoms of the feet together. Actively pull the knees out and down. Try not to push down with the elbows. We want to be using our own body strength to pull ourselves into these stretches as often as we can. Try not to fidget. And if it starts to feel easy, you can lean the body forward to increase the stretch. Try to keep the back as straight as you can. A little bit of round is okay. We're going to move into a frog stretch. So I'm going to go, best to go sideways on your mat here. Bring your knees as wide as you can get them. And make sure your heels are in line with your knees and your toes point away from each other. And then bring the knees as wide as you can. And if you're looking from the side, you want your knees to be in line with your hips. Go ahead and settle in here. The goal eventually is to be in a full middle split. If you want to make this stretch harder as this goes on, we can either pull the knees further apart or just start shifting the hips back. Both ways will intensify the stretch. Let's come on back to our hurdler position. So with the left leg straight out to the side and the right foot meeting the left inner thigh. So turn the body to face the right thigh. If you want, you can put your left hand on your right thigh. And when we're time for stretching, we're just going to lean the body to the left, stretching down the right side of the body. Reach toward the foot. Don't worry about actually grabbing the foot. It's better to reach tall and sideways. You get more of a stretch through the side of the body that way. You can get some leverage by bringing the elbow to the floor and pushing on your thigh to open up and feel that right side of the body stretching out. If you can't sit up straight and you're leaning off to the side, anytime you feel like you can't get upright, grab your block and you can sit on that. Gives you some leverage. "15 seconds. We're just going to switch sides. So the right leg's going to be straight. Bring the left foot onto the inner thigh. And if you feel like you can't lean, if you're leaning off to the side, take a block, have a seat on that. So here we go. Turn towards the left thigh. We're going to reach up and over. Feel the left side of the body stretching. Okay, we're gonna move into a prone pec stretch. So let's lie down on the stomach and bring the arms to a W position. We're gonna turn the head to the right and place the left shoulder on the floor. And from here, we're gonna roll onto that shoulder to feel a stretch through the chest. You can take your right leg across the body for some leverage and push your right hand into the floor. And feel that chest stretch by keeping the shoulder down. Experiment with bringing your elbow higher or lower and find where you feel the stretch the most. And just hang out there. All right, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So again, bring the arms up to a W position, turn your head to the right. And from here, we're gonna turn the body and feel that stretch in the right chest. You can experiment with bringing your arm further up or down to increase the stretch. All right, we're gonna be moving into a hero stretch, half hero stretch. So let's have a seat on the floor, tuck the left knee in, make sure your shin is straight with your body. If you can't sit your bum on the floor, you can take a block and put it under your bum, like so. And from here, we're gonna lean back to stretch this front thigh. Eventually the goal is to be able to sit and lie all the way down to the ground, like so. Feeling the left thigh stretch. Just go down as low as you can. Feeling your left quad stretch. You might feel it in the shin as well. It's also fine. Okay. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So right leg is gonna be tucked in at the side. If you can't sit the bum onto the floor, you can take a block and sit on that. Lean back as far as you can. So let's get into it. Okay, let's come on up for a puppy dog stretch. So let's go to the hands and knees, and then from here walk the arms forward. Try to keep your hips stacked over top of your knees, and we're going to bring the chest down toward the floor, looking forward. Think about bending the upper spine backward. Here we go. Focusing on bending the upper back. You can squeeze your shoulders together and down the back, and try and pull the ribs down toward the floor. Eventually being able to put the whole chest on the ground. I'm not quite there yet. But we're a far cry from where I'm started. Okay, and we're gonna lie down back on the back for a supine twist. So lie down on the back, bring your left leg up into tabletop. Right hand goes on the outside of the thigh and bring that leg across. Try to keep your shoulder on the floor, look to the left, and use the weight of your left leg to pull you into a twist. Feeling the stretch all through the bum and lower back on the left side. It's our last stretch of the day, and week done. One is done. We're gonna go across the other way, so let's bring the right knee up to the tabletop. We're gonna roll the right knee across the body. Take the left hand on the outside of the knee, look to the right hand side, and twist. All right. Great work today, guys. Our first flexibility, first week of mobility training in the books. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you guys in the next one. Day number 8 tomorrow.